Hey, and welcome to Board Game TV, and today it's Adventure Monday. And we're going to be playing Secrets of the Lost Tomb by Everything Epic Games. As you can see, I got a little bit of a layout here. Now, a little bit of backstory. Secrets of the Lost Tomb was a game I saw a preview for, I think on YouTube, on somebody's channel. I can't remember whose. And they were seeking funding for their Kickstarter campaign. And I kind of, at that time, I was kind of wary of Kickstarter, but I still kind of am. But I went ahead and I backed the campaign because the game looked like it was clearly made by people who love board games, and those people at Everything Epic. They really do. You can tell that they love board games, and they put everything they can into the games they make because they're fans of them. They're not some corporate entity just pushing stuff out. However, so I did back it on Kickstarter. It looked like it was a big mix of Arkham Horror, Indiana Jones, a little bit of tech noir, pulp. All kinds of things. It looks like it had like everything and the kitchen sink thrown into it. And that could be a death of a game, I guess, if you put too much into it. So I was a little worried about that. And then the Kickstarter got delayed a little bit. And I gotta say that Everything Epic during that period of time, now, I don't know these people and I don't work for them or anything like that, so I'm not a publicity guy for them. But they were real responsive, and you know, on Kickstarter you worry sometimes, man, this thing could take years or we'll never get our product. And they assured everybody they were working hard and they did, and lo and behold, I got the product. And I got all the expansions with it. And I was very happy with what I got. The game feels and plays a little bit like a game that came out in the 80s or early to mid 90s. It kind of feels like that, actually. That's not bad to me. That's actually good because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and I remember games like that. And as a kid playing those type of games, and it was just I loved those games. It was fun. But with a modern, with a modern type twist or a modern type feel to it, so it doesn't completely feel all retro. This game has a variety of themes. I mean, you go from fighting mummies to the Four Horsemen to Nazis to vampires to zombies. If you get all the expansions, so it throws everything in there at you. And so there's a ton of variety of gameplay. Also, one of the things about this game is you could get it with miniatures or without miniatures when you backed. I backed it with miniatures. Now, you only get miniatures for the heroes, like I have on my 3 heroes here, and for the big boss monsters, like we have here for our boss monster for this one. And the game also, but if you don't get the miniatures, the game comes with little standees and for the monsters. So it kind of feels a little bit of a way in like Arkham Horror in that way. It's a modular map tile set. You basically explore. You come to a door. You lay down a new map tile according to which room you're on. You put the map tile there, you explore the room, you have triggering events for specific scenarios, you have traps and stuff like that. The first player will have this comic track here, and the comic track will move down during the tomb phase, which is basically the event phase. You'll draw a card and tell you, what monsters to spawn, move monsters, do the comet track and stuff. So this is kind of like a timer you have to do. Now, it has been a while since I played this game. And I recently wanted to get back into it because recently they came out with a somewhat of an expansion for this game on Kickstarter, Secrets of the Lost Station, which is a science fiction version of this game. Now I wasn't able to back it because of the the money situation, had a newborn, money situation, and babies are expensive. I don't know what else to say. So I was not able to back it, but hopefully in the near future they will let you do a late pledge or do some kind of thing. Cause I like this game a lot. I really do. I think Everything Epic is a good company. They've got Rambo on Kickstarter now. They've done Big Trouble in Little China, which is classic John Carpenter movie. And Secrets of the Lost Station, I really would love to get. And I hopefully one day I will, by hook or crook, one way or another, I'm going to get Secrets of the Lost Station. Because this game is a fun game. It has a lot of parts to it. It is a little fiddly, but it is very fun, very thematic, and very retro. And so I might make a few mistakes. We'll try not to. We're going to go over some steps, the first couple rounds of what to do and how to play. I have the expansion here. This is the Journey to the Tomb base board. Normally you don't have this. If you just get the regular base set, you just start here on the tomb's entrance and go in. And this has a few little things as well. Monsters can spawn on here and move around. An ancient monster, the silverback thing, will spawn on here. And we'll look at a monster card. You can tell he's a red, so he's a boss monster. Or an elite monster, as he's called. And these are just like regular green, and these are just regular monsters. And they have their stats. This is courage. Now, we're going to explain courage in a second. So, okay. But this is his movement. It'll move 3. This is how much courage you lose when you fight this monster. Of course, this is his combat. This is his defense. This is his health. Let's see here. This is if you want to evade. And this is how many soul shards you get if you beat the thing. Now let's talk about soul shards real quick. There are some symbols, like this symbol right here on some of these tiles. This is soul keeper's room, I think is what it's called. And as an action, you can trade in soul shards to gain benefits, abilities, health, just all kinds of stuff. Think of the merchant in Resident Evil 4. He's kind of like that. That kind of thing. Monsters spawn on tiles that have a red border, and if there is no red border, and the card will tell you what level of the tomb. You have first level, second level, third level. And these little things right here are doors. That means you can go like one and then move to the next tile, because you can put a door there. That's a doorway to another tile. So this door, this is the first level, so you can explore the first level, and then this goes down to the second level, which leads to the Pharaoh's Hall. As you can see, the stairs, and then you can go here, here, and here, and this leads to the third level, because it opens up to this Mongol's Hall. However, the stairs are broken, and you cannot get down to the third level unless you find another way to it, or you can get a rope and climb down to the third level. And when you explore a new tile, we have the tile stack, and as you can see, it's rather huge because I have all the expansions. You'll pick a tile and you say, okay, well, I'm on level 1, so I can use this tile. But if I was on level 2, I couldn't use this tile, so I would just discard it. And then here's this one I can use for any level. They even have an expansion where you can add a 4th level to it, but we're not going to do that for this scenario. So we have our elite monster cards, regular monster cards, treasure cards, artifact cards, which are, excuse me, really good. Soul stealer thing, or soul keeper thing. We have companions, and we have condition cards. Alright, and now let's look at our heroes. Now the three heroes I've chosen for this game are, first one is Libby Vila, and it's a play on Pancho Villa. She's like Pancho Villa's daughter or something. And, the scenario recommends, the scenario recommends that if you play with 3 adventures, you get 4 action tokens. So these are your action tokens, and you just flip them over when you do an action. And you can do it in any order. Like, he can move, and then the other guy can move, and then the other guy can move. And then you start again with the first player. So that's how that works. There's your health track. Tracks how much health you got. There's your audacity. Audacity is... what's it like? Oh man. It's basically a reroll. You can spin one audacity, and you can keep spinning audacity as long as you have it. And here are the dice. Let's look at the dice. 5s and 6s are hits. Okay? Now, you can spin audacity to do one of two things. And you cannot always spin audacity. Like when you search, I don't think you can spin an audacity to re-roll a search thing or something like that. I'll have to double check that. So, if you spin an audacity, you can say, alright, I'm going to spin an audacity. Now everything I roll, 4, 5s, and 6s will be a success. So it's like being blessed in Arkham Horror. Or you can spin an audacity and then re-roll all the dice you just rolled to hopefully get a better roll. So that's how that works. You have their starting items, and everybody starts with a companion in this game, and I didn't give him a companion, so I'm going to give him a companion. And they help out. They're pretty good. I like that companion mechanic. Here's our courage track. Now, as you can see, we have our little thing here. You just take off, and it tells you what the starting stats and stuff are. And you put that on there. This is to take care of your courage. Keep track of your courage. And if you ever get to -10, well, you're fleeing the tomb. You're in trouble. You're getting the hell out of there. Dan be what's in your way. However, the better you do, the more courage you can gain. And the more courage you gain, you get bonuses. See, like, when you start to get here, in the minus, you are -1 to story checks. And then here you're minus to search checks. And then here you flee. Well, if you gain high, and your courage will probably ebb and flow as the game goes. Okay? So your courage will give you benefits, like right here is +1 combat and +1 to story checks and stuff like that. And then of course everybody has their stats: strength, dexterity, knowledge, mythos, movement. And she starts with a Luger pistol, +2 fight, ignores armor, upkeep, roll a die on a 1 discard. There's an upkeep phase. Leather jacket, +1 defense, discard, prevent all damage taken during this combat check. The fedora, +1 to all story checks, discard, reroll any 1 die. And the companion is Joseph Mary. Always ignore armor during combat checks. You can exhaust to reroll 1 combat roll, and then upkeep, you refresh the card. Okay. Ammo bandolier. You do not roll upkeep on gun weapons. So, alright, we won't roll upkeep on gun weapons. Daddy's girl. After combat roll, discard a gun item to do triple damage this turn. Then we have Adam. I guess Roids, and he came with 38 special. Double successes in combat, +3. Upkeep, roll a die on 1 or 2 discard. And he came with Odin, his companion, +2 to all search checks. When you gain this, gain +2 audacity. Trade with an adventure up to 5 rooms away. Yes, you can trade. So let me gain some audacity here, because he starts at 3, so we'll give him 5. Great detective, +1 to all story checks, and when you pass a story roll, gain +1 courage. Man's best friend. You may never be forced to discard Odin. When you rest or heal, also heal Odin. Alright. Oh, and your Yes, and your companions can be killed. I forgot to tell you that. They can take damage. And then we have Harrison Quatermass the 13th. He came with the Scotsman. When you gain this, gain Fearless. So he gains an ability Fearless. And let's see here. It's in here. We gotta find it somewhere. Probably should have did a better job. But okay. And then see this. You do not lose courage from creatures. Upkeep. Roll a die on a 1 discard. So that stops him from losing courage, which is good. He starts with a very high audacity 6. The Bullwhip. +1 combat, +2 to trap checks. You are immune to the pit trap. Discard, place rope token when able. So if he wanted to, he can discard that Bullwhip and then place a rope token here and then go down. Leather Jacket, we know what that does. We know what Fedora does. Fast Draw Revolver, +2 combat, +1 to... What is that? Dexterity. Okay, yeah. Upkeep, roll a die on a 1, 2, or 3, discard. Yeah. Alright, been there. Remove a special ability token and reveal the top 5 room tiles from the stack and put them in any order. We're not going to do that. Done that. When you receive an attribute bonus token, discard 1 special ability token and you may add an additional bonus to any other attribute. And you can get these little tokens, you know, kind of like in Arkham Horror. You can raise your strength or your dexterity and stuff like that up. Okay, so there we go on that. Now, so basically what we're going to do is we are playing the first base scenario, the Pharaoh with the blue eyes. And basically the story is that there's the secret order of Perseus, and I think it's like every 13 years this tomb mysteriously appears. That's what the comic track type thing is. And so it usually unleashes some kind of great evil, or some great evil comes and you work for the secret order of Perseus. And so you're being sent to try and thwart that evil. And it's basically, let's take a look at this. The Eternal Order of Perseus has just received word that an ancient prophecy is about to come to pass. An EOP team recently explored and photographed a burial chamber in southern Egypt, finding a collection of glyphs which tell the story of the great pharaoh Ras Azul Ahmet, ruling over Egypt and the entire Mediterranean for over 333 years. Ras Azul Ahmet enacted his warped desires, building his empire on the backs of slaves. Sickened by his deranged ways, the great pharaoh's own advisors used the power of the gods to finally put him to rest. Because of Ra's unearthly powers, he could not be killed, so the advisors knew they had to bind him forever with 3 potent talismans. And so they did, or so they believed. The spell Ras Azul Ahmet has been held under for thousands of years now is about to wear off. The glyphs tell of where and when he'll be resurrected. The place is the tomb on Island X, and the time is only 2 days from now. Your team will travel by seaplane southeast towards the Caribbean and to the tomb. Your first known objective is to find the Staff of Ra, one of the potent talismans. Without these talismans, it will be near impossible to prevent Ras Azul Ahmet from escaping the tomb and imposing his power and influence over the world, and great power he has. And it's supposedly an easy thing. So you got to defeat him. When he awakens, the potent talismans will help us combat him. These are the artifacts of Staff of Ra, the Ruby Scarab, and the Cow of Anubis. They are more easily found deeper in the tomb, but beware, some rooms will contain elite creatures. We have 6 rounds to find these artifacts, bolster our defenses, and prepare for the coming of Ras Azul. We must be vigilant. When Ras Azul awakens, he will try to escape the tomb and take over the world. Every creature in the tomb will be an obstacle blocking us from Ras as he escapes. He will stop to kill one of us, but then we'll move as quickly as possible along the shortest route out of the tomb. The moment Ras leaves, we will have failed. So we had to set those 3 artifacts aside, and we also had to set 3 different types of creatures aside. 3 keepers of the tomb, 2 Carnivorous scarabs, and 2 Spinks, which are elite guys. Win conditions. The player must kill Raz Azul Amet after he awakens. Lose conditions. If all the players die or flee the tomb after Raz Azul Amet has awakened. So you can flee the tomb and come back in, and that's kind of what this thing helps you do. You can gain some more courage and regain health and stuff like that. You can always come back here to help. But eventually this thing's going to start filling up with monsters, and so it's going to be a little trouble. If Azamu's out of the tomb entrance, so if he escapes, he wins. And then there's detailed story points that'll come up when we get to them. When we find items, things will trigger and that kind of stuff. And here he is, and he's a doozy. There's his mini, but here's his card. Curse of the Tomb. So it comes with his mummy's curse. 4 movement points. You lose 7 courage right off the bat. He has 13 attack. Yeah, that's a lot of attack. 3 shields, defense. So he gets to block 3 hits. 33 health, 2 dexterity, but if you beat him, you get 17 soul shards. Oops. So, there we go. This is the Adventures and Misadventures deck. When you go to a tile, sometimes I have symbols on there, and I have this to cover because these are double-sided. One side's an adventure and one side's a misadventure, and it'll tell you which one to draw. And then, of course, we have our event deck. So I think we're about ready to go. Let's get this bad boy started. And our first player is going to be Harrison Quatermass there. Up there. So let's just see what we'll do. We'll follow the chart here and phases of the game. And the first phase of the game is the adventure phase. In turn order, starting with the player holding the first player combat tracker mark, each player spends 1 action token to perform an action until all players have spent their actions. You may move, explore, evade. When you move into a blank space, explore a new room. So, like, when you come into a new tile, when you set it down, a new tile, you'll put that tile down and your movement will end. Okay? Doesn't matter if you have any more movement points left, your movement will end. And you will do what the tile says to do. Alright, you can search a room. Okay? You can combat an enemy, use a special ability, use an item, artifact, or companion, pick up items or artifacts, rest, which gains 2 health or +2 courage or +1 to each, trade with another player, or deal with the soulmonger. Okay, as the soulmonger when he's in another room, or steal. Steal's not going to come into there very much, but you know, there you go. Okay. So he's our first player. Now I do have this thing, so we're going to spend an action to go here into the tomb. However, we have to roll on the encounter chart. Okay. Now I think it says on here during the daytime, you may use Audacity for the roll. So this is the daytime chart. So let's start. We're going to move Harrison Quatermass here. I'm going to move him here. That's 1 action. And we're going to have to roll an encounter. So let's see what we get. We got a 6. Eureka. He gains a treasure card. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, grappling hook equipment. Place rope token. Unlike the regular rope token, you may place a rope token from a lower level to an upper level. Okay. Alright. So we got a grappling hook. So we won't have to waste the bullwhip, which is pretty good. Okay, so we have our encounter removed, and he has movement of 6. So that was 1. Oh, let me see. Does the movement end here? It doesn't say anything about movement ending. Use a tile. Okay, Dave. Always move towards the tomb. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, it's not real clear. They did do a lot of revisions on some of the rules. But, you know, we'll just play like, okay, we didn't have an encounter. That was one. And that was it. He found the treasure. Number 2 is, and we'll flip one of these action tokens, and now we'll flip one for Adam, and he'll move, and he'll roll. Ooh, I think that's a 1. I think that's pretty bad. Yeah, snake bit, poisoned. He has to gain a poison condition. Well, that's terrible. You can't even get to the tomb when you're freaking snake bit. Alright. Poisoned. Here we go. Alright. Upkeep. Every upkeep phase he's going to lose 2 health, and then he rolls a die, and on a 1 he gets to discard. He cannot re-roll that. Okay. And last but not least is Miss Vila here, and she'll go, and we'll move her there. And we rolled a 6 on that one, so that is 2 good rolls. And she finds a treasure, and that's a bullwhip. All right. +2 to trap checks. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. Now, it is Harrison's turn. And since he can do the 3rd level, I guess, we want to try to trigger as many story events as we can. So I might send him to the 3rd level. He has a high movement anyway, so he can do that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we come out here 4, 5, and now that'll be it, because he has to, if you're going to use an item, like place a rope or something like that, it's going to cost you an action. So that's what we're going to do, actually. So we're going to place a rope token. Unlike the regular rope token, you may place a rope. So he's going to use the grappling hook. We are done with the grappling hook. And we're going to put a rope token on there. That means we can now move freely. Here's a rope token right here. Freely down that level. But he's not going to have any type of encounter on that, because, you know, that there's nothing to encounter there. So that was his 2nd action. And Adam here, he has the lesser of the movement, so we'll let him explore the 1st level. So we'll go 1, 2. He has a movement of 3. Now, if he wanted to, he could trade with the Soulmonger, but like I said, I'm gonna put that there. We don't have any soul shards, so there's no point in doing that. So he's going to move here 3 to this tile, and he's on level 1, so we can use his tile. And here we go. Whoa, cave in. And we have to just line up doors, okay? So that's what we do. So we line up doors. Alright, so he's there. And as you can see, we have some symbols on our thing. And maybe I'll just switch this here so we can just read it better here. We'll go like this. Here we go. Okay. So there we go. So we have some stuff we're going to have to do. So let's go to searching a room, or encountering a room. And let's see what happens here. Okay. Scenario effect. Well, we don't have a scenario effect. Scenario effects are these little symbols right here. We do not have these. But we do have, find a story symbol. Okay, so then we have misadventure. Okay. And then we have right down here, we have to test our movement, actually. And if we fail, we fall in and gain the broken condition. Now, he has a movement of 3, so we got 3 dice, so we're going to roll. And let's hope we don't fail. Did not. We rolled a 6. I actually rolled 2 6s. So we did not fall in. However, we are going to have a misadventure. So we'll take this off and we'll do the misadventure. Let's see what we get. Alright, to get to the next room, you need to wade through some water. Who knows the dangers of this depth? Okay, we have to do an audacity check. And that's another thing about spending audacity is if you spend too much of it, you won't have any left to check. So, we have right now 5 audacity. Okay, we passed. Alright, your survival skills are honed, but you'd never be ready for these hungry hippos. Frightened and frenzied, you hurry across the water. You somehow make it to the other side just before the hippo can sink its massive jaws until you lose 1 courage. So I have to lose 1 courage. So I'm down to +1. Okay. And so that is what happened with him. Now, as you see, there is another door out, which would come down here. But since we'll just flip it to go up like that, so we can put a tile up because we'd have to go that way. Okay, it's her turn, and she has a movement of 4. Libby Vila's turn, and we want to put her on the 2nd floor. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is the end of the turn. So we have a guy on the 3rd level, and we have a guy here on the 2nd level, and then we have a guy on the 1st level. And as you notice here, this is a red room, so monsters will spawn on that. Alright, so we have a tomb phase. So we start the tomb phase, and the expedition leader starts and reads the tomb phase. Okay. Dead men don't room. Tomb effect. All heroes gain 1 audacity. Well, that's actually really good. So let's everybody gain an audacity. So we'll do our little slide tracker here. Okay, move creatures. Well, we don't have any to move. Creature combat? Nope. Spawn creatures. Alright, we got to spawn on level 1. However, as you can see, there are no... These are the base creatures, and these are the elite creatures. Okay? We will not spawn any on level 1. It doesn't say to spawn any on level 1. This is only level 2 and level 3. However, there are no red bordered rooms on level 2 or level 3. As you can see from that and that. So therefore, if there are no red level rooms, we will not spawn any creatures. And another thing on creatures, on the movement. Creatures will stick to what level they're on. They'll move towards the closest player on the level they're on. However, elite creatures can traverse levels. And there are certain other creatures that make common sense that can traverse levels too. Like, flying bat or something like that could go from, from level 3 to level 1. That type of thing. Okay, alright, we have the upkeep phase. So, okay, we're going to do that. And let's start with that. Now, he has upkeep on his fearless condition, so we'll start with Quartermass, and he'll do that. He does not have to get rid of it. And upkeep, roll a die on a 1, 2, or 3 discard. That is that freaking fast draw revolver there. So that's kind of... Oh, an upkeep first on the Scotsman, we gain 1 courage. Okay, well we gain 1 courage. Okay, so we just automatically gain a courage, man. Whew. Okay, and now we're still in +1 to all checks. This guy's pretty powerful. I think he's one of the extra characters or something. He's meant to be a little overpowered. I just randomly drew him, but hey, he's a good character. Okay, so let's roll. Okay, we got a 1. So I'm going to spin, I can spin Audacity to try and re-roll that. And I think I will. I'll spend Audacity to re-roll that. Okay, I got a 6. So that worked out. Okay, alright. Now, upkeep on him. We have 2 things. We have the 38 and the poison. Now, first thing we got to do is we have to lose 2 health. So he loses 2 health because it being poison. Stupid snake bit. Okay. Alright, so okay, he gets to keep the gun and the poison. No, he does not discard that. We may think about him going back here to shoot, to go heal, man, because that's a bad card to have there. I'm probably going to do that. Okay, on her, there's something always upkeep, roll a die, discard. But I think she does not roll for upkeep on those weapons. Okay. Alright, and now we have search modifier. Well, there's no search modifier this round. And then comet track doesn't move any. So sometimes the comet track can go up, and that's rare, but most time it goes down. But on this occasion, it doesn't move. And so that is our... crap. Crapolas. You know what I did? I didn't do everybody's actions. Okay, let's rewind. I can't believe that. Let's rewind. Here was his second action, so she gets a second action. Well, we'll just pretend that we just did this out of order, and that all this is the results. However, though, because of this, if I find a red room on either one of these levels, I will spawn a monster, and we will go back and have some combat. So, okay, so we'll do that. So, her second action, and we're going to move her, and we'll move her here, and let's see what room we get. Oh, here we go. Well, okay, the dungeon. Okay. And it is a red room. So, after her actions are done, we will put a monster here. Okay? As you see, we have a story event. And we have this. So let's do Audacity check first. And her Audacity is 3. And we have to get 2. Let's do 2 checks. As you can see, like this one didn't have a number by it. This one has 2, and that means you have to make 2 checks, and you have to do it successfully. So, there's that. We passed that one. And we passed that one with that. And we gain a companion. So let's gain a companion for her. Roger D. Martin, +2 versus undead, +2 to strength checks, +1 to movement checks. We can exhaust to reroll 1 movement check, upkeep, refresh. Okay, so we found this guy in the dungeon here. Now we have our first story effect. That's what that symbol means. So that's pretty quick actually, so let's see what it means. Alright, unleash the curse of the mummy, 1.1. All around the room there are engravings, hieroglyphics, and ancient relics from the age of Egyptian empires. They mention Raz Azul Amet many times. As you search these histories for clues, you awaken something from his deep slumber. Its disembodied blue eyes flash in darkness, and loud maniacal laughter echoes in the depths of your mind, mesmerizing you for a moment. You try to resist. You attempt to resist the curse. Alright, now we have to make a check. Okay, and that is a mythos check. And actually, she's not that good at mythos. Let me see if we have anything that can help that. +1 to all story checks. Okay, so she has the fedora. That gives +1 to all story checks. Okay, that's it. So she gets to roll 3 die. Alright, she passed. Okay. Pass. You resist the cursed. failed if we would have marked and we'd have got the Curse of the Tomb. Okay, so that was the first scenario. Trigger. So, alright, we're moving along at a decent pace. We found a guy in the dungeon. And so now we at our quartermaster's turn again. And he's going to go. And he's going to move. We'll move him here. And we got to get a level 3 tile here, which we found one. Atrium of the Elder Sign, the Seal of Solomon's Search. We have the second trigger. That was quick. Creatures may not move through this room. Excludes boss creatures. Okay. Now, didn't want to search with her because I kind of want to move away from there because I know a monster's going to spawn. I know it's a little cheaty, but you know, I just don't want to be there when the monster spawns. So I can go search another room, no problem. Okay, here we go. Let's do our second scenario. Dang, that was quick. First time you find the Staff of Ra. Okay. Alright. In the center of this room is a strange platform, and on it sit 3 huge sarcophagi shaped in the likeness of the great Sun King Ra. On the centermost sarcophagus, Ra's hands are crossed over his chest, holding the legendary Staff of Ra. This is what you've been searching for. What luck. Pulling with all your might, you yank the staff from the once pristine coffin. As soon as you remove it, the lids of the coffin float up in the air, releasing plumes of horrid fumes, and then smash to the floor. Out of the coffins emerges 3 huge reanimated mummies. This can't be happening. The legends are true. Yee! Place 3 keepers of the tomb in this room. When you defeat all 3, gain the Staff of Ra. Oh boy. Okay. Well, all by myself, huh? Well, I'm not that bad. Alright, and these are the 3 keepers of the tomb. Okay, and there's these guys. They only have 1 movement. They have this special thing, slowed, and there are 3 soul crystals, 5 health, no shields, 3 combat. You lose 2 courage when you see them. Now it's not losing courage is not cumulative or cumulative, however you pronounce it. Cumulative. You're not going to lose 2 for each mummy. You're just going to lose 2 because you saw the mummy. So they're there. I would put the stands on, but yeah. So let's lose our courage first. 1, 2. And we're still at +3. Now, when we defeat a monster, we gain half that courage back. So, we lost 3. It would round. Oh, I'll double check in just a second. But I can't remember if it rounds up or rounds down. But we would gain some of our courage back. Okay. So there's that. Okay. So we're gonna leave him on his cliffhanger. How about that? And we're gonna go to him. Because he might can get over there and help. She might can go over there and help. And so forth. So, well, yeah, that's right. Let me do this. It should have gone like this. Yeah, like this. Because this is a 1 room. There is no, you got to have the comets connect. So it's a 1 room. It makes sense because it's a dungeon. So we're on the 2nd floor. So I may send her to help. I still may send his dumb ass back down here because to heal. But you know, I don't know. I still may do that. However, I'm going to have an encounter going to and from the thing. So, let me think of what I want to do with him. Do I want to send him to help? Do I want to send her to help? I mean, it is, after all, the Staff of Ra. It is one of our objects. He has 3 monsters on him. So, I don't know. Let me see. Let me read up on a few rules, and then we'll see, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've gone over a few things. And the first thing I want to do is make a correction about checks. If you remember, we had to do, where was that at? Right here, Audacity 2, pass, gain an ally. Okay, and I rolled 2 times. That's not correct. I have to get 2 successes on that roll in order to pass and gain that ally. Luckily, I did gain 2 successes on that first roll. So, we're good on that. But I just want to make that correction. So, when we ever see a number by it, that means you have to get that many successes in that roll. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, I also looked, and if you defeat this monster, now you only lose courage. Like if we were if we were to move to another room later on, and we were to encounter another keeper of the tomb, we would not lose courage. You only lose courage that one time, the first time you meet the monster. And then if you defeat it, you gain courage, half the courage back, rounded up. So in this case, he would get 2 courage back if he defeats it. Okay. We haven't done the upkeep phase yet, so he hasn't lost his 2 health. Okay. So we'll do that. Now, and I wanted to make sure, I know we did 1 action here. Then we did 2 actions. Moving in there. Then we spent a 3rd action on the rope. And so his next action is going to be his last action. Actually spent an action to do a rope and then move down was his last action. So that was his last action actually. So I have to correct that. Okay. So what I am probably going to do is I am probably going to move him. He's going to burn his actions. Yeah, he probably will burn his actions. So, I do want to get him out of this room, even though I know nothing's going to spawn in this room. It would take him 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And that would be the end of his actions. So what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to keep him over here. And we're going to play catch up a little bit. So I'm going to spend an action to move him 1, 2. And then we're going to move to this tile right here. 3. And we have, jeez, another misadventure. Corsair's Cache. Okay, and that's another red border room. This guy can't win for losing, can he? Okay, so let's do a misadventure with him real quick. Okay, you find huge fossils of a jaw and skull on the floor. Looking closely, you try to figure out what dinosaur this was. Searching your memory, your concentration is broken though by a sharp clicking noise behind you. Alright, so let's check our dexterity. Does he have anything that gives him extra dexterity? Nope. Does not. However, okay, well, no, I guess not. Alright, so he has 2 dexterity. We did pass. Pretty good. 3 raptors roll into the room. Like lightning, you dash to a rope tied off nearby. You quickly slice the rope, releasing the sandbag counterweights, which drops a giant chandelier on the dinosaurs. +1 audacity and +2 courage. Okay, well, that's good. So we go to 3 and we'll gain an audacity. Okay. Alright. And then he still has 1 more action, and I want to get him out of that room. I don't want him to be in a room where something spawns. Well, actually, it's not going to matter this turn. So he can search. Let's do this. Let's go over the search. We haven't done that yet. So we'll spend his final action and we'll go over to search. Now, when you search, you have this little triangle token. And it goes from green, and then you turn it to yellow, and then you turn it to red. And there's a search chart on the back. Okay, so this tells you what happens when you search. So right now we're in the green. If we wanted to search this room again, next turn we'd be in the yellow, and if on the third time we wanted to search, we would be in the red. And of course you can see the red is more hazardous, but it does have a good payoff if you can get it 6. Audacity cannot be rolled on searches. And then you can only search the room 3 times. So let's search and see what we get. And we'll put this in here to let me know. We're moving from green to yellow now. Oh God, we got a 1. And that's another misadventure. Ugh. This guy sucks, man. He's doing terrible. You hear a list of crimes being read to an ethereal crowd. An accused man is about to get beheaded right before you. You try to think of what to do. We'll have to do a knowledge check. We got 3 die for that. And we passed that, no problem. Okay. The man is William Wallace. You jump into action rushing the crowd. You manage to intervene, giving Wallace men enough time to free him and to jump in and free him. After you escape the city together, you awaken courageous. So we gain the courageous ability. We have the poison, and that is you when you gain courage, gain devil rounded up. It's not that bad. So if we were to search this room again, it would be on the yellow. But we don't. That's the end of the turn. And now we have her. Now I am going to move her. We're going to move 1, 2, 3. Okay, she's in this room now with these guys. And she's going to do a combat. We're going to do a combat. She's going to try to kill at least one of these guys. But, of course, that's the first time she saw those guys. So she will lose 2 courage. That puts her at -2. Eesh. However, she does have some of these guys. So she's +2 versus undead. Always ignore armor during combat checks. Well, these guys don't have an armor, so I get to re-roll 1 combat roll. Prevent all damage taken during. Ignores armor. Roll a die 1 and +1. Alright. So I have the whip. The gun. So the whip is 1 die. So let's add a die. Then the gun is 2 die. Alright. And then we have this guy right here. He gives us +2 versus undead. So there we go. We'll get 2 dice there. Now, we are outnumbered. Okay, this game does counter in outnumbering and stuff like that. Oh, also my strength. Well, I am not using a. Well, no, I'm using a weapon. Okay, so we have to lose 1 die. Okay, we have to lose 1 die because we are outnumbered 3-2. So we lose 1 die. So remember, I have 2 die for the pistol, 2 die for the undead, and 1 for the bullwhip. However, because the pistol and the bullwhip are each one-handed. And there we go. I could, after combat roll, discard a gun item to do triple damage this turn. I'm going to attack. Well, they're all the same, so I'm going to attack either one. Okay, well, let's see what I got. I got 1 hit. Okay. Now, I could have spent an Audacity. Here was probably what I'm going to do. However, I do get to re-roll. If I refresh Joseph Mary, which or exhaust Joseph Mary, I will get to re-roll. So I'm going to re-roll a die. Okay, well that didn't help. Okay, so let's say I spent Audacity. Okay. And I got 2 hits. Now this thing has no armor. Okay. So it has a health of 5. So I did 2 hits. Two hits. So we put 2 wound markers by this guy. To keep track, we'll put it on him there, right there next to him. Okay, now that is the end of that turn. Now we have the tomb phase. Okay, like we said we're going to have. And let's remember the tomb phase is trigger tomb effect. Okay, did that. Move creature combat. So before we do anything, we're going to have creature combat. Okay. Now, I can have 2. I'll probably have 2 attack Quartermass, and then we'll move this one here to show that it's attacking little Lady Vila here. Okay. However, in combat, when we do this, now we'll take a look here. At the tomb phase, alright, and we have combat. Alright, on level 2, alright, so let's go to combat. Creatures, alright, here we go. Alright. Okay. So we're going to have another combat again. And then there's also another thing I wanted to mention. At the end of the round, we're going to move the comet track. And pass the comet track to Adam, who will become the first player. So every time you end a round, you move the comic track. But sometimes, like I said, this thing will say, we'll move it back up 1 or move it down 1 and that kind of thing. Also, another thing I wanted to touch on is this artifact is here. Okay. Now, we can search, and that's a special artifact, and it takes a special search to do that. We'll have to do an Audacity check to try and find that one. But we'll go over that more we do with it. So let me check something out real quick, and then we'll get back. Okay, so I got a few things wrong. You know, Chris from Everything Epic Games, if you ever see this, I'm sorry I'm butchering your game. I really am. Alright, when I did her combat, all I did was add the weapon bonuses. However, as you can see, the symbol on the corner lets you use the dexterity bonus as dexterity. So that's dexterity. So she gets 4 dice plus 2 from that. Okay, so 4 dice for her dexterity plus 2. And now remember, get plus 2 versus undead. Okay. And and that's just that. The bullwhip also does the same thing. Since it's a one-handed weapon, you can use 2 one-handed weapons. So we're going to get to use her dexterity bonus for that, which is another 4. And then +1. Now we are outnumbered, so we will take 1 die away. Okay, and so now we have combat. Now I spent my audacity to make 4, 5s, and 6s successes. Okay, so let's see what we have. Well, we have 2 6s, 3 6s, 4 6s, 5 6s. We have a couple 1s. 6 6s. 1s are critical failures. 6s are critical successes. However, since we've killed this monster, the critical failures won't matter. So we have killed 1 of these monsters. Okay? So that means she is going to get 3 soul shards. Okay? That's how that works. She killed it. She gets it. Now, since Quartermass was in the room with her, he gains 1 soul shard. Okay? So she got 3. And this monster is dead. And she will get her courage back, rounded up, for killing that monster. Okay. Now it's the tomb phase, okay? And we did all this. Now we have creature combat. The way combat's going to work is, I guess I can choose. Outnumbering does not matter during the tomb phase. During the tomb phase, there is no outnumber bonus for either side. Okay? So, what I'm going to do now is, we have to, each monster is going to attack. We got to resolve each attack separately. Okay? So, what's going to happen is now they're going to attack Quartermass. Of course, I may just have 1 attack and then 1 attack the other, which I probably may do. So now combat is going to work like that. Now, if we get any critical failures and the monster is... The rules aren't really clear about the critical failures. On the hits, but we'll say if they get hit by the monster, then you know they'll take the thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to match successes. Okay. So what's going to happen is we'll take Ovila, their girl, first. Okay. So now remember we exhausted. Well, we didn't exhaust any because we didn't ever need to reroll die, so we won't have to. Okay, so she's pretty powerful right now. So remember, we're going to use her dexterity. She has 4 dexterity, and then 1 for the whip. Another 4 dexterity for the gun, and then 2 for the gun, and 2 first undead. We have no bonuses. So we're gonna roll, and knock that thing down. We will spin audacity. Another 1. That puts her down to 1, but we'll spin audacity to make 4, 5s, and 6s bonus hits. Okay, so we have 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, 5 hit, 6 hit. These are no good. And 2 1s. Actually 3 1s. Okay. Now he has a combat rating of 3. Okay, so we're going to roll 3 dice for his combat rating. Okay, and he got 2 hits. Okay. So let's add up the hits. Okay, so 2. So we'll take 2 away from our pool. So we have 5 hits. We did 5. He did 2. So we got more. Well, actually, we did 7 hits. He did 2. So 7 minus 2 is 5. So he's going to take 5 hits. Now, however, if it had been the other way around, and he had 7 hits and we had 2 hits, he would have did the damage. I hope you understand that. So we killed another one. And again, she's going to get 3 more soul shards. And he's going to get 1. Okay, now it's his turn. And as you see, he has a bullwhip and he has the fast draw revolver. So, and he does not lose for creatures. Well, shoot, okay. That was the fearless. Okay, so I guess we did that wrong. Alright. Okay, so as you can see, his dexterity, he has an extra one. He has a 6, so now he has a 7 dexterity. So he gets 7 dice. That's 5, 6, 7. Plus 2 for the gun. And the bullwhip, he gets another 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And plus 1 for the bullwhip. So he's kind of like a powerhouse. Look at all these dice he gets to roll. So I won't spend any audacity on him. Oh, that one fell off the board. So we reroll. Okay, so what do we have? We have 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, 5 hits. Uh-oh. That was not a good roll. 5 hits. We have a couple 1s, so we have to make note of that. Now, he, I will spend an audacity. That was terrible. That was terrible. I want to spend an audacity. Might as well. And I want to re-roll every single die. God dang it. There's a lot of die rolling. I can continue to do this as long as I have audacity, but this looks a little bit better. I have 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, 7 hits, 8, 9, 10. Okay, remember he gets to roll 3 die. And he got 2 hits. Well, obviously he's dead. So we killed him. No problem. I guess they weren't that hard after all. So he's going to get 3 soul shards. And we're going to give her 1. Okay, now remember, he gets the Staff of Ra after they die. So let's give him the Staff of Ra. And let's see what the Staff of Ra says. It says, plus 5 attack. It's a 2-handed weapon, so he can use this. He would use his mythos. Now his knowledge is not bad either. His mythos is 5. Plus 10 versus undead and horror creatures. Holy cow, we can exhaust that. When you have used this card 3 times, discard. So we're going to keep that. Okay, and so that was everything. Now let's spawn our creatures. We do have a creature to be spawned on level 2. We have 1 creature to be spawned on level 2. And that is going to be a base creature. And so it is a Dark Countess. For every 1 damage this creature deals, this creature heals 1 damage. Okay, so this is a vampire lady there. Okay. So she's here. Now remember, we won't have movement because movement happened first. So she's here. Okay. Okay, and then we had upkeep. We did the upkeep search, okay, comet track, and we'll pass it along to Adam. And remember, the comet track automatically goes down to 5. Okay, and now we have a new turn. And we give everybody their action points back. Adam is going to be the first player. I may, well, no, she has crappy knowledge. He has the best knowledge. I might trade some stuff with her. We'll see. We haven't really gone that far into the tomb. But here we go. Alright, so I'm still seriously thinking about sending Adam back, because remember, he would have lost 2 health. Yeah, for the poison. And I'm seriously thinking about sending him back to go heal that stuff. Oh, and we have to do this. We have to roll a die, and on 1 through 3 we spawn a monster on here. And we got a 3. So the first one is the here we go, this Chempawat tiger. So now I have to roll a space to see what space he's on. 3. So he's here. And also, we got another problem. Because it says when the comet track hits 5, we have to spawn this thing right here, the silverback ancient monster. Now they're not going to move onto the tomb, except for maybe him. He's a elite. But this guy is not going to move into the tomb, the tiger. So he just stays right here. He'll move around the board towards the tomb entrance, but and we have the silverback here. And of course he spawns right here. So we have these 2 guys here. Okay. And as you see now, he has 20 health. So you can see the difference between somebody like him and somebody like these keepers of the tomb that we just fought. So I sent Adam out there. So what I have to do is I have to hope on the upkeep phase that I can get rid of that poison. I really have to do that. Otherwise, man. Oh. Now, I remember he got this courageous, so we have to roll for that as well. On a roll of 1 discard. No, yeah, well, okay. He has to discard the courageous. Alright. And so that is that. So it is now Adam's turn. I'm trying to really think of what I want to do with him. Because if I go down here, there's a chance. Well, right now it's not bad. Well, I can go 1, 2, 3. I can go there, and they're not going to move till another round. So I think I'll do that. We'll move him 1, 2, 3. And there's an action point from him. All right, Lady Vila here is going to. We're going to have a special search. Or we're gonna. Well, it's either him. Who does that better? Who does that better for the soul items here? For the artifact, because we want the seal of Solomon search. We can gain an artifact. Let's see here. Alright, he spent 1 action, take a risk. They must roll the audacity check. Now, yeah, she doesn't have that great audacity, so we're going to move her out of here, actually. That's what we're going to do. And we're still on the 3rd level, so I kind of want to get her back to the 2nd level. She does have a movement of 4. See if I were to go 1, 2. How about 3? How about we do that? We'll move her. She'll move back up. And she's on level 2, so we have a level 2. And we have Keferi's Nest of Scarabs. It's a trap. And we have to place 3 trap tokens on here, and then spawn the Carnivorous Scarabs. Okay. So let's put 3 trap tokens on here. Which we would do. And that means each time we come in here, we're going to have to Do it 3 times. Remember how this one was 1? Well, since this is a trap, it's 3 times. Now, she has +2 on trap checks, so yeah, so she gets +2. So let's do an audacity, mythos check. She normally gets 2 die, but she is +2. So let's do that. And she passed. Okay, so we can remove 1 trap token from there. And that's the end of her turn. And let's do Quartermask, and he's going to do his special search. Now he's going to check against his audacity. He has to get 2 successes. Okay? Let's see if he has any bonus whatsoever. +1 to all checks. Well, shoot, I could have did that for combat. I forgot. Okay. He has to get 2 successes, remember. And we got 1, 2. Okay. So we were able to do that. Now, even though we passed, we have to lose an audacity. So, there we go. We lose 1 audacity. Alright. Alright, now we're going to take the artifact deck and search. And we have Amulet of Lyn. You are immune to all effects. This includes positive and negative. Yeah, that's not that great. However, if I can get that to him, we can trade. So he doesn't need to go out there now. So that's probably what's going to happen. So we're going to do some trading here. So it's his turn. So we're going to move him 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that's it. Now it's her turn. And she can't go any. She can go across. Heck, why not? Let's keep going across. Let's go 1. Ooh, no. Let's go 1, and then we'll go this way. That way we won't have to trigger that trap if we come back in there. The Fountain of Youth. When you rest in this room, gain double health. Okay. And it has a scenario thing, 1, but we've already done that. Let's see here. Yeah. Because that was the only... We have to find another room with that symbol. She's here. In order to trigger the second part of the event. Well, we found that one, so... Yeah, so we got to find another one like that one. Okay, so... That's it. That's her turn. And now he's going to continue to search. Well, not really search. He's just going to continue to explore. And so we'll move him 1. And we're on level 3. Uh-oh. Ceiling spike track. This is 3 traps right here. And there we go. Okay, so we're here. And we have to test our knowledge, which is 5. It's not bad. Plus, remember, he gets +1. So he gets 6 die. If he fails, he loses 5 health. And he did not fail. Okay. So that's a couple trap tokens there. Let's go ahead and put 2. And that's it. That is it for that. And that was his second action. Okay, so now let me check something real quick. Okay, so let's move old Adam here. Remember, he's gonna go 1, 2, and then we'll keep him stay there. However, yeah, we'll stay there for a second. Okay, so that's his next action. We'll do old Vila here. There's only one way. There's 2 ways she can go. So we'll continue forward for her, and we get the River Styx, and this is the third trigger now. So yeah. Okay, let's do our third story trigger. Alright, the Ruby Scarab. You feel an intense power here. It must be the next potent talisman. After searching for a while, you notice a dull red glow emanating from a gem embedded in a huge statue of Carapi, god of scarabs. It's the Ruby Scarab. As you pry it from the statue, the stone springs to life and swarms of scarabs burst from the hole previously covered by the gem. Place 2 carnivorous scarabs and their swarm tokens in this room. When you defeat them all, gain the Ruby Scarab. Okay, so we're going to have to fight. Alright, now we have swarm tokens here. Okay, so that's going to work a little bit different. These are swarm monsters, okay, and they get swarm tokens. And basically, it's the tokens, and these each get 6. X equals 6. So they start out with 6. Now, have you ever seen the Brendan Fraser Mummy movie? You see how the scarabs run and he's shooting bullets and he kills a couple of them and the swarm lessens a little bit. That's how that kind of the idea behind this. So we're gonna have. Let's see. We'll do this one here. It's 4 and 2 more. And so they have an attack value of 6 right now. However, for every swarm token you defeat and destroy, their attack value goes down. Okay? So that was her turn. She went in that room. And now we'll move Harrison here. He'll go here, and that'll be it for him. And then Adam, of course, will trade here. And he's going to take that amulet. And now, since that amulet is gone, we do not have, because we had to get rid of Fearless when he had it, but now we have to get rid of Poisoned. We get rid of Poison. So we got rid of that poison thing, which is good. Did not want to keep that. And before we get to our combat here, I'm going to let Harris Quartermass. He's going to take his last action. And he's going to search in this room. So we'll take one of these tokens here, and we'll go ahead. We'll say it's on the green. We'll go ahead and move it to the yellow because it'll turn into a yellow. And again, we roll. Damn it, we roll a 1. I'm terrible at searching, so let's have a misadventure. Okay, a bizarre wood mask with a metal nose guard sits on a small shelf. When light hits the mask, you notice it glows a strange shiny green. For some strange reason, you want to wear the mask. We have to do Mythos check. He's not too bad at it. He's 5. Plus 1 for his courage will be 6. He has 2 successes. So we get to roll 6 die and have to get 2 successes. 1, 2. Okay, I actually got 3. You grab the mask and slowly move it towards your bare face. Within a few inches, a supernatural suction suddenly pulls the mask towards you. Regaining control just in time, you put it back on the shelf. Gain 1 audacity. So I'm going to gain an audacity here. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, and then we're coming to old Vila's turn. I keep knocking this down. And her quest to get the Ruby Scarab. Yeah, the Ruby Scarab is the next artifact. Let's see what the Ruby Scarab does. Well, you gain +2 Mythos, and every upkeep phase you gain 2 health. So that's actually not too bad. So put it here, she'll get it, and then we're going to have combat with her. So let's. Okay, so first thing, let's lose her courage. Unless we have something does that. It does not. So she's going to lose 2 courage. So she's back at -2. Okay, now we know what she has. She has the bullwhip and the pistol. And then of course, she has him. And we can't, the pistol ignores armor. These guys have an armor of 1. So what we'll do is we'll do 2 separate rolls. We will get nothing with him because these are not undead. They are not. They are flying beast. And they have the ability to move through floors, you know, up, down, that kind of thing, because they are flying. So let's start with them. Now, they have a combat rating of 6 because they have a swarm of 6. So they get, here's their 6 dice. We'll go ahead and roll for them. Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. She's attacking. So that's how that works. Right, because yeah. She's outnumbered, however, so she will lose 1 dice. Let's see. Okay. So they're actually going to get. Let's do her. I guess she would be easier. Okay. So we have the bullwhip. Dexterity 4 for the bullwhip, and then +1 for the bullwhip. Then we have the pistol, which is another 4, and this +2. And she also gains a shield. Okay, now, but however, she is outnumbered, so we will lose 1 die. We're going to spend her last audacity, actually, and there we go. And that's going to be it for her audacity, because we want 4, 5s, and 6s to be a success. Let's move these two so I don't get these confused. Okay. Well, these are terrible. These are terrible rolls. God damn, how many 1s did I roll? Jesus. Wow. Look at that. Okay, well, I don't have any more audacity. And that was just god awful. I mean, I rolled 2 hits. They have a shield of 1, but those are 2 critical hits, so they're going to go through the shield. Okay. So, wow. Jeez, that's bad, man. That was bad, 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 bad. That's a terrible roll. How the hell did that be so terrible? Okay, well, I do have something. Where's that one where I can reroll 1 combat roll? Okay, I'm gonna reroll. Exhaust him. Ugh. Okay, so that didn't help. So we will exhaust that. Ugh. Eesh. Okay. They have a combat of 6. Well, I rolled pretty crappy for them as well. 2 and 2, so we're at 2 and 2. We both each have 1 shield for the leather jacket. She has a shield. They have a shield. So. So if you take 1 of theirs away, and I take 1 of mine away, well, actually, I have 2 criticals. That's right. So criticals are going to go through the shield. So that's like I actually did 1 damage, but that's not going to be enough to kill a swarm. Okay. So it basically looks like we're even Steven at where we're at, which is terrible. Okay, so that's the end of all that. Let us, we have to do a tomb phase now, because we use all experience action points. Tomb effect. The comet nears and releases comet radiation. All have to check their strength. Fail -2. Okay, so let's everybody check their strength. Quartermass has a 4 strength. Remember, he gets a +1 on all checks. I'm trying to think if he has any other bonuses. No. Oh yeah, he passed. Okay, now he has a strength of 1. That's terrible. Yep. He failed. So he's going to lose 2 health. So he ended up losing 2 health anyways. She has a strength of 1. +2 to strength checks though, because she has Roger there. So that's 2. She passed. Okay. Move creatures. Alright, those creatures are there, and then we have this one. This moves 4. And of course this one's going to come in 1, 2, 3. So now we have 3 creatures in that room. Then we're going to have some combat. And it looks like we're going to spawn some creatures here. We're going to have 1 elite. 1 regular on level 1. And level 3 is going to get an elite as well. So we've got 3 monsters. I know we're going to do this just a little bit out of order, but I want to go ahead and put the monsters on the board real quick. So we'll start with, we have some venomous spiders on level 1. We'll put them here. Okay. And then we have an elite monster. And this is the Spawn of Service. And it's going here. Okay. And then we have another elite monster on level 3 where that spike pit room is. And that is this doppelganger guy here. And these things aren't easy, they're nasty. Luckily they're not moving this time. We've already did our movement, so the only combat we're gonna have is down there. So he goes there. Okay. Of course, we'll roll for out here. Okay. Now this is moving here, and this is moving here, so they moved. Okay, and so we will do the upkeep, we'll do the combat, then we'll do the upkeep and the comet track. Now as you can see, we can refresh search tokens. And the comet track will actually move up 1. So when we pass it to the next player, it's just going to stay where it's at. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so we'll come back in just a second. Alright, let's get this combat down and let's get it down right. I've been screwing up a little bit. Okay, creatures don't roll for combat, okay? Let's just put it like that. Now if you remember, I rolled several critical failure ones, but I did roll, when I attacked, 2 6s, which go through their defense, because they're critical successes. Now each swarm token has 2 health, so I get to take 1 swarm token off of one of the scarabs. Okay, so now they're going to attack me, and they're going to attack me 1 at a time. Okay, and I get to use my weapons. Now first we'll start with the scarab I injured, which has a combat value of 5 now, okay? So let's get my dice pool and let's get it going here. If you remember, my dice pool is my dexterity for my bullwhip, which is 4 die, plus 1 die on the bullwhip's bonus. Then the pistol, which gives me my dexterity, which is another 4 die, plus 2 die for its bonus. I've exhausted. I will get to use him on the vampire chick. Okay, so that's where we're at. We haven't fought the vampire chick yet, so I won't lose courage on her just yet. However, I will lose courage. It could come into play where I lose a -1 fight. Okay. Now I have to roll all these dice. And I have to get higher than 5, which I did not last time. Okay. So I got 2 successes, so 5 minus 2 is 3, so I have to take 3 damage on that. So I am down to 7 health. Okay. Alright. Now, and if I wanted to, if I chose to, I can take some health and put it on my companions here, which may be an option for me. But first, let's roll. Okay, I have no audacity, so I can't spend anything. Let's roll for the 5 swarm first. We're going to do each monster one at a time. Okay, so I have 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. One's a critical hit. 4 hit, and that's it. 4 hits and a critical failure. But critical failures do not count on these guys. They have no special effect for critical failures. Okay. Well, actually, she had a shield, so it would go up to 8 because we didn't do the shield. Okay, so I have 4 hits, so I did not get past 5. Okay, so I would take 5 minus 4. I would take 1 damage. However, I do have the shield, which negates 1, so I take no damage on that. Now, however, it has a base defense shield of 1, so I'm taking 1 of these 5s off. And I did a total of 3 hits with 1 being a critical. However, each swarm is 2. So I defeat another swarm. Okay. Now, we're going to attack. We got to fight the other. And remember, outnumber bonuses do not count on tomb phase fights. And this is a tomb phase fight. I have to fight the other one. Alright, let's see what I got this time. I got 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, 5 hit, 6 hits. Okay, so, and a couple of them are critical. So I will not, knock that one out of the way. So I will not take any damage because I was able to exceed or tie its combat rating. Because it has a combat rating of 6. However, I do get to do damage. Now, it has 1 defense, so I negate that. So I hit 2 swarm tokens off of it. So I knocked 2 swarm tokens off of it. That one. Okay, now we have the vampire lady. And let's have a look at her. Alright, for every 1 damage this creature deals, this creature heals 1 damage. I have to lose 1 courage. So let's lose 1 courage. That's actually pretty good. It doesn't get me into the bad point yet. Okay. Alright, it has a combat rating of 5. It has no shield and it has 3 health. Okay, so I get to add 2 to my dice pool because this creature is undead. So let's go ahead and add 2 dice. And let's see what we can do against her. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits on it. Well, I exceeded its combat value by 2, so that's no problem. Okay. However, it has no shield. Okay. It has 5 health. Well, I did 7 hits to it. So, looks like I killed it. So we killed this thing right here. Alright. It gives me 2 shards. Okay. And I get my courage back for fighting it. So as you can see, the swarm things are much harder than that thing was. And so now let's finish up. We have the upkeep. So let's do some upkeep. Gain a courage for him. This guy's fantastic. On a 1, 2, or 3 discard. So let's see if we discard. Do not. I rolled a 6. Alright. On a 1 or 2 discard. Oh man, I've been forgetting his search checks. Dang it. And trade with adventure 5 rooms away. Ah. Oh well. Let's do an upkeep on his gun. 2. Well, he just lost his gun. So he lost the 38 special. That's not that good. And now we have to do her. Now we can refresh him. And let's see here. We have the Luger pistol, but she does not have to discard any pistols. So there we go. Alright, search. Okay, so if you remember, we left his search token in there. I don't know why I left it in there, but we left it on yellow. Well, we have to move it 1. So now it's in red. So now if he searches, it's going to be on the red chart. And the same with Quartermass, because remember, he searched and it was on yellow, and so we moved it 1. Comet track is +1. So we'll move the comet track 1, and then we move the first player token, and now it goes back down to 5. I also, remember, we moved these monsters, so they're sitting there. Okay, so that's where we're at. Everybody gets their action stuff back, and it's going to be her turn. And since she did not lose her gun, well, we're going to keep fighting. So we're going to spend our first action point, and now outnumbered will still count against us now. And we're going to spend our first action point, and we are going to attack. So if I remember right, we just take 2 dice away. 1 for being outnumbered. And here's our pool. And remember now, they both have a swarm value of 4. Okay, so let's see what we got. We have 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits. Okay. 4 hits. Oops. 1 will go on their defense, and so 2. So this thing loses another swarm, and that is our action for that phase. Remember, we can only attack 1 monster at a time. It takes an action to attack each monster. So we have Quartermass here, and we have that monster looming on the doorway there. So let's figure out what we're going to do with him. He may actually trade. That's probably what we're going to do. He's going to trade, and he's going to give the fast draw revolver to Adam. Okay? So there's that. And that's his turn. So Adam's turn now, and Adam's going to explore. And I guess I kind of want to get him back on the first floor, but we have these monsters up here. These monsters are going to stay on the first floor. So, yeah. Do I want to send him by himself on the first floor, or do I want him hang out with Quartermass on the 3rd floor? You know what? It's getting near time. We've almost got the 2nd of the 3 artifacts. Let's get everybody together. We're getting monsters on the board. Let's put everybody together. Have a good little team. So we're going to move him 1, 2, 3. He can actually rest in there. It might be pretty good. Okay, Quartermass. Alright, that was Adam's turn. That was his first turn. Yeah. Okay. So it's her turn, and she's going to attack again. And we know what we're doing. We'll attack the 3 swarm. We'll still attack the 3 swarm. How about we do that? Okay, so we have 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Only 2 hits. We did not exceed its combat value. We didn't get past its shield. That was a terrible roll. 2 hits, so 5 minus 2 is 3. She has 1 shield, so she's going to take 2 damage. Yikes, so she's down to 6 now. Might want to get her to the thing. I don't know if I should have did that. Maybe I should re-roll 1. Okay, well that's 2 6s. Okay, so that's actually good. So it's still okay, so we're at 7 instead of 6. However, we do kill 1 swarm from it. Okay. Quartermass's turn. And we're gonna move him, and he's gonna move 6. Just get him going. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna put him in the same room now. Okay, and now we don't have to worry about being outnumbered. Okay, Adam's turn, and instead of him going in there, I'm going to take a little side adventure here, and we're going to go 1 off to the side. And we're on level 2, so we can do this. And we have a mine shaft. Ugh. Action: pass to move to Mongol's Hall. This will let you move to Mongol's Hall. Okay, and that's basically, that goes there. And we have a misadventure, so let's do our misadventure here. You thought you were in the tomb, but all of a sudden you awaken in the middle of an ancient arena. The Emperor of Rome sits above you, staring at you. You hear the rumbling of a chariot racing towards you. Check your dexterity. Alright, his dexterity is 2. That's not that good. Actually, it's 3 now because he has that revolver. So, okay. We passed. Yes. You jump over the horse, kicking the rider and taking the reins. Pass. Check that. Pass. You steer through a portal to the tomb. Fail. You're caught with an arrow and wake up on the wet floor of the tomb. Okay. Alright, we have to check knowledge now. And we passed that. So, okay, so we're alright on that. Alright. Boy, I haven't had any adventures. I've had nothing but misadventures. So that's the end of that turn. Okay, it's her turn. And we're going to spend another action, and we're going to try to kill this 2 swarm again. So we're even Steven, so we don't have to be worried about outnumbered. And let's see what we got. We got 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5, 6 hits. Well, we definitely exceeded its combat rating there. We take away 1 for shield. And so we have killed this swarm. So this swarm is dead. And we're going to get 1 courage back for killing it. Okay, and we're going to get a shard, and so is Quartermass. So we can spend some of this stuff to help out. Okay, now it's Quartermass's turn, and guess what he's going to do? He's going to attack the swarm, and he's going to gain an outnumber bonus here, but we're not going to use the Staff of Ra. Okay, we're not going to use that. We're going to save this thing. We do not want to use it. We're going to use the bullwhip here, +1 and 6. So we're going to get 7 die. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus an outnumbered bonus. So here we go. +1 to all checks. He still has to lose courage. I believe it's 2. Yeah. But he's still in that good zone of +1 to all checks. So let's give him another die, and let's see what we can do. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. Okay, well that was not what I wanted. I would take no damage. and I would wound the thing. But however, I'm going to spin an Audacity, and I'm just going to re-roll all die to redo this. Alright, let's see what we got here. Well, that looks like even worse. It is even worse. That was terrible. Okay, I'm going to spin another Audacity. And re-roll. I don't like that. Okay, that's still terrible. God damn. Okay. Okay, dice. I'm gonna spin another Audacity. Screw you, dice. Screw you. Screw you, screw you. You're gonna give me what I want. And you didn't this time either. Okay, however, I'm not spinning anymore. I know I talk a big game. However, I did get 2 critical hits. So they're going to plow through their defenses. I'm going to wound the swarm. However, I do have a shield. However, I'm going to take 1 damage. However, he has freaking high health. So, it's not bad. Okay. That's it for him. And now we have Adam. And we'll move him back. 1, 2. Okay, and then last, her turn, and she's going to attack, and we are outnumbering them again. And so we have 4, 5, 4, 2, and then 2 more for the outnumber. Maybe she can kill this one. And we have 1 hit. 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, 4 hits. Okay, it has a combat rating of 3 right now, so that's fine. Defensive 1, so we're going to wound it again. Okay, and that's all of her actions. It's Quartermaster's turn. He's going to spend his last action, and he's going to fight this swarm as well, with his strength, his dexterity. So you get 6 plus 1 for the bullwhip, 2 for the outnumber, and 1 for a bonus check. Oh, come here. All right, you better do better this time, dude. I did not. I got 3 critical hits, so we don't take any damage. And, well, we do... Dang it. Alright. Ugh, come on, man. I'm gonna spin... Nah, I'm not spinning another Audacity. Screw that. So he wounded again. And it's down to 1. Okay. And now Adam's turn. And Adam is going to try to kill this thing. So he has to lose 2 courage. Because this is the first time he's fought that. And he's going to use the fast draw revolver. And he gets his dexterity, which is on up to 3. So 3, and then plus 2 for the gun, and then plus 2 for everybody being in there. Okay, it looks like he killed it, no problem. Alright, so it is dead. Okay, so he gains a shard, and so does everybody in the room. Okay, now he gains the ruby scarab. Okay, there you go. And that, my friends, is the end of that phase. So now we have a new tomb effect card, so let's see what happens. Don't make me angry. Tomb effect. -3 to all fight checks. This tomb phase. Well, that's terrible. Move creatures. Okay, now none of these creatures are going to move. They stay on the level they are. Alright. They just move like here. And then he has a movement of 4, so he would move here. And then I guess they're just waiting. Creature combat, well, no, nothing on that. I guess he'll move here. So if we go down to the 3rd level, yeah. Spawn creatures, we got some spawning to do here. And level 1's going to get a base creature. That is a poisonous spider. And we'll randomly roll 1 to 3, 4 through 6. Okay, so he goes here. As you can see, there's the poisonous spider. Okay, level 2 is getting 1 creature, base creature, which is actually going to be either 1, 2, or 3 of these rooms. So we'll roll for this, and this is this guy, the Enchanted Moe Man. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. So it's going to actually spawn in the room we are in. That's not good. Okay. Then we have a level 3 creature. And this is Blackbeard's Keepers. These guys are undead. And he's going to spawn in that pit trap. Okay. And then we have an elite creature as well is going to spawn in that pit trap room. And we have a Maelstrom Lieutenant. Some Nazi guy. He's from an expansion, but we can go ahead and use him. Guess the Nazis are in here for whatever reason. Okay, so then we have Upkeep. So let's do that. He's going to gain +1 courage. Actually, he's going to gain 1 back and then another 1 back. So there we go. Did I give him his courage back? He should gain 1 more back, because he did kill that last one. She's gains 1 more back as well, I believe. I forgot to do that. All right, let's do Upkeep. And we have no Upkeep on him. Upkeep on him, well, we have to do Upkeep. He gains 2 health because of the Scarab. However, we have to do Upkeep on the Fast Draw Pistol. Okay, no problem. Then we have no Upkeep except for Refresh on that. That's fine. Then we have Search, so we can move everybody's searches back at green, which is good. And the Comet Track is going to get +1. And then it's going to move to Quartermass, and it is now back to 5 again. So that's where we're at. We have 2. Oh, well, let's do for down here. See if we can get a new monster. Come on, don't quit rolling. Yes, we do. We're going to get a new monster, and we got. See here, this Quest Anaconda, and we'll put him down here. And he's, of course, going to spawn at number 4 down here. Okay, so this is where we're at. We have 2 of the items found. We have some monsters building up there, and we have some monsters building up here. It's kind of weird that they just moved towards the closest monster. You know what? I don't really like that. I'm going to change the rule here. I don't think, because then eventually what you're going to have is you're just going to have freaking people just bottlenecking, and it doesn't make any sense. So you're going to have a bunch of spiders and a gorilla and this tiger sitting here waiting for them to come out. It doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna roll for their movement, and they're going to move. He's going to move to 1, and this one's going to move to 3. Okay, this one spawned here, so let's have these guys here, and if adventures come up on the level, they'll move. Let's do for that as well. I mean, it just doesn't. They're not flying, so. Or what I may do is I'll keep that, but what I may do is I just may roll one. Like, he spawned there, so he's not going to go there. But they move one. I know he spawned. They spawn there. He moves one. So I just may have him do like a until somebody gets on that level. I think that makes more sense, like a patrolling type move. Like you know, he may move and then, you know, well, they're gonna fight that one, but then he may move one forward and then they'll move back. A patrol type move. How about that? That kind of makes sense. I don't like the whole, they just, you spawn monsters every turn and they all just end up ganging up right here. I don't understand why some of these things can't go down the stairs. I mean, maybe the spiders are like, well, we don't know there's anybody there, so why would we go down the stairs? But the dog, you think the dog can smell. He's got two heads. You think his sense of smell, he could get a whiff, and we might go down the stairs to get them. Actually, as a matter of fact, this guy right here can move through levels. That's right, I'm sorry. So he is going to move. He was what? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's actually right there. He'll move next time. And yeah, okay. That kind of makes sense. I don't see why the Cerebus doesn't do that either, but okay, we'll say that. He'll just sit there. Maybe he don't want to go out of his territory. Who knows? So alright, it's Quartermaster's turn. We get all our action points back. Alright. So we're good to go. And we have a monster right in our midst. It's not that tough though. So, hey, why not? Alright, so Quartermaster is going to spend his first action. And he's going to fight the thing. Now it has a courage of 2, so he's going to lose 2 courage. However, he's still in good shape. We have the bullwhip. 6 dexterity. +1, and then +1 to all checks, and then we have the outnumbered, which is 2. So he's going to fight them. Okay, well, we rolled really good this time. I mean, that was excellent. Look at all this. This is basically only 1 non-success. So we killed this monster, no problem, it's dead. We get 2 shards. So let's give him 2 shards. And let's give everybody else 1 shard. Okay, Adam is going to search because he's on green. So let's go ahead and let him search. Maybe we can +2 on all search checks. I've been forgetting to do that. Well, I rolled a 1 again. So it's a good thing we get +2. 3. So he just gets a regular adventure. I don't know why I keep rolling these 1s on these goddamn search tokens. So here we go. Regular adventure. We haven't done a regular adventure. We've done misadventures. As you take your next step, you hear an almost inaudible click. The entire room begins to rotate. You hold on and try to keep your balance as the deafening metallic grinding shakes your bones. Check strength. Oh, -3 to all combat checks is phase. Well, I still would have killed him because remember I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. So yeah, 8, 5, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I would have killed him no matter what. Alright, that doppelganger though, he's going to be hard too. Alright, so check our strength for him. Well, he only has a strength of 1. Eesh. That's terrible. Okay, well, we lucked out. You keep your balance, but now you seem to be somewhere else in the tomb you never thought it would have. Move this room to level 3, attaching to any open door. Okay. So, that's what happens. This move teleports here to level 3. So let's do this. Attaching to any open door. Well, we don't want to do that. We want to attach to This one. Okay. So there we go. Level 3, attaching to any open door. Okay. Okay, it's her turn. And she's going to move. It'll move her 1. And a trap. Quicksand. Fail if we're slowed. Okay, 3 trap tokens. Alright, so we'll put 2 there, and then she falls for it. And we have to test her strength, and her strength is 1 as well. Yee. Ah, but she has +2 to strength checks, so she gets 3. Okay, passed. So she's not slowed. Okay. So it's Quartermaster's turn, and he's going to search. Ah, come here. Alright. Let's roll that again. I knocked it. Okay. Alright, so he gains a item here. Map of the tomb rooms. When you explore a room, you may turn this, discard this room tile, and draw a new one. You must use the next room tile. Okay. Alright. Adam's turn. He's going to search again. He's in yellow now. He'll go to red, but remember, he is +2. I got a 6. Ha ha ha. So I got an artifact. The Urn of Divergence. Remove all conditions and heal +3 to target adventure in your room. Okay. Okay, her turn. And she's going to move. We're going to move her. Let's get these keepers out of here. And we're going to move her. Let's move her here. Alright, we can't use that one. Can't use that one. Can't use that one. Here we go. Damn, another trap. Spider Haunt. Man, she's just going into these traps, ain't she? Okay, we have to check. Spawn the poisonous spider. Okay, we have to check our movement. If we fail, we spawn the poisonous spider. So let's check that. She has 4, so that's not too bad. Actually 5. So that's not too bad. She passed. Alright. Alright, it's Quartermaster's turn. Alright, he's going to move. And we're going to move him here. Okay. That's actually not a bad thing, because he can gain a... If he does a check... I thought about replacing it, but I'm not. Because he's going to do a check. He gains a +1 mythos token. So hey, that's actually pretty good. Let me find the thing. Here we go. Okay. Alright, and now it's Adam's turn. And he'll move in here with him. And then he'll move 1 more. And we have the Bifrost. There's really nothing in this. Okay, he went to green. Alright. Okay, it's her turn. What do I want to do with her? I mean, we're going to go back. We're going to go follow these guys. We're going to go 1, and then, of course, we have another trap here that we have to do the quicksand again. So let's remove that. And we have to test our strength. Remember, we have that guy with us. Gives us bonuses, and we got it. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now it's Quartermaster's turn. And let's move these things a little bit here. Let's have him go 1, And then he's going to move down. And we have an adventure, the Library of Alexandria, and he also gets a knowledge token. So he's racking up a little bit, which is good. Here we go. Okay, and now he's going to have a regular adventure. So let's see. The way is safe for the true believers. Reads the inscription above the door to this room. Check our mythos. Well, we got 6, 5, 6, and I know +1 all check 7. Oh yeah. Awestruck, you read the inscription on the floor. It's a passage from the Old Testament explaining Exodus in greater detail, described in the Holy Bible. +1. Well, we got another plus mythos. So let me find one of those little mythos tokens here. Here we go, there's one. Okay. And that's the end of his turn. Adam's going to go. Adam's actually going to stay where he's at, and he's going to search. Because remember, he was on green because he was on red last time. And remember, he gets a +2. He got another 6. So he gains an item here. Enchanted Blade. It's a 2-handed weapon. Succeeds on 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that is an excellent freaking weapon. So I think what I'm going to do, actually, for now, is I'm going to spend her last action, and she's going to trade and take the fast draw revolver. That way she has 2 revolvers. She can't lose the revolvers. And he has the blade, and he has the staff of Ra. So they're kind of really good off. So there's that. So let's do the tomb phase, and let's see what we got here. Tomb effect, all gain 2 courage, so we don't have to worry about that stupid card anymore on the -3 combat. So all gain 2 courage. So let him gain 2 courage. And now, because he gained 2 courage, he's in the +1 to checks, story checks, and she gains 2 courage. She's not anywhere yet, but she's getting there. Move creatures. Okay. All right. Now the doppelganger will move. Well, he moved back. He's going to level 3, so he's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's following him. He moves 3, 1, 2, 3, and he moves 2, 1, 2, and that is it for that. We will move these guys, do their little patrol. So what they'll do is they'll go down and go back up. So he'll move 1, 1, and then he moves 1 out. And then of course we have these guys, and first to see if we spawn a new monster. Okay. And then we'll move him to 3, him to 2, him to 3. So these are right here. Alright, now we'll spawn the, we're supposed to do movement first. Then we'll spawn new monsters. We do not roll the 6. Okay, now we have to spawn creatures, and we just have 2 base creatures. We have a Blood Axe Sniper guy here. And it's 1 through 3, 4 through 6. Okay, he's here. And then the other one is going to go on level 3, which it could be this room, it could be this room, and it could be that room. Hell, it could be that room. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start 1, 2, 3, 4. How about that? And if we get a 5 or 6, we gotta reroll 4. Okay, so the last room, it's another Dark Countess chick. Okay. Alright, so let's move everybody's upkeep. The search moves, so he's back at red, he's at red. The comment track will gain 1, but still, okay. And he's the first player. Let's do everybody's upkeep here. He gains the courage. So now I think he's at +2 to all checks. No upkeep. 2 health. He can't go past his starting health though, so he's fine. And I might should have gave. Let's say I gave her that as well. I forgot about that. So let's say she got that. She's gonna gain 2 health. She cannot get rid of weapons. And there we go. So we're pretty good. All right, and hopefully we can find the 3rd artifact pretty soon. We got some monsters on our tail though, so let me clean up the board a little bit and get it more organized. All right, so we're ready to go. I got the tokens a little bit more, 10, 5s, board game cleared out a little bit. So let's get ready to go. It's our hero's turn. And Adam is the first player. And of course, Adam will go here. And we'll go down here. We'll go down 1. And we have another level 3. We have a Davy Jones locker. Oh boy. And we have a misadventure. He seems to be getting the misadventures pretty good. So first thing we have is a +1 shard and targeted. So, however, you are immune to all conditions. So that's actually good. And let's do his misadventure here. Alright, and let's see what we get. There is a fireplace. There's a fireplace here with a teapot whistling loudly over it. Who could possibly be making tea here? Well, let's test our movement. Find out. He has a 3 movement. Okay. Alright, we passed. We got a 6 there. Alright. Bang. Startled, you whirl around to find an old white-haired cultist in a robe colored with strange purples and reds. She crackles at nothing in particular and begins to chant creepily. Before anything bad can happen, you strike her. She flops on her side, out cold. +1 courage. Well, that's a little weird. Okay. But hey, +1 courage. Alright. Alright, let's do Libby. She's going to go 1, 2. And the only way we can go is this way. So let's go 3. And, oh man, we have this is aqueduct here. And we have a trap. Now, I'm going to skip this tile because I don't know where Kraken's Cove is at. So, let's just say that tile didn't pop up. I don't want to have to dig through here to find the damn thing. Okay. Alright, well, this is going to be good right here. The Velocity Vault. This kind of actually makes sense. And we have to test our knowledge. If we fail, we have the Curse of the Tomb. I mean, our Mythos. So let's do that. Alright. Okay, we passed. We got a 5 there, so we don't have to do that. We have 2 traps. And so we have 1 more on that because it is a fail there. Alright. And we have our 3rd here, so let's see what we got. You find yourself deep within the tomb in a place filled with strange energy. Well, that kind of makes sense with that one. The air vibrates with unheard sound, as if the spirits of the dead are calling from beyond. 2 huge, intimidating Sphinx statues flank an even darker statue of Anubis, the god of death, forever watching over the golden sarcophagi here. You quickly translate the hieroglyphics on the wall. The crown of the great Anubis, keeper of the dead, lies forever entombed within his coffin. Finally, you found the last potent talisman needed to help defeat Raz Azul. Right as you begin to disturb the gravesite, 2 Sphinx statues come to life and defend the grave. Alright. Place 2 Sphinx and Link creatures in this room. Once both are defeated, any adventure in this room can spend an action to try to open the sarcophagus of Anubis. Pass. Place a quest marker on this room. Once this room contains 3 quest markers, the sarcophagus of Anubis opens. Any adventure in this room can take the cowl of Anubis. Okay. Alright, so that's the 3rd time. You know what? Might have been doing the comment track wrong too. All right. Well, first things first. Let's do the cow. Let's look at the cow and see what it is. We'll go ahead and get that out of the way. +2 defense. When you take damage, reduce that damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. All right. Let's put the Sphinxes on the board. Of course, we know they're not going to be easy. We got 2 of them. See here, shield 3, 5, 6, 1, stumped and hexed. Okay. I think I've been doing the comment track wrong. Actually, I think it starts at 0, and we move it up. Now I know we moved it. None there, but we moved it up 1, up 2, up 3. So I think it's 3. And then let's see. He started out as first player, so if he would have passed it, it would have moved to him. So it would have gone up 1. Then when it passed it, went up to her, it would have moved up 1. Then passed it, moved it to him, it would have moved up to 6. And then when we passed that, it would have been 7. The problem is this guy awakens on 6. So we got problems. So let's go ahead and awaken him. So I think that's how it is. There's a great rumbling. A horrible gust of fetid air blows like a torrent through the tomb, which trembles as dust falls from every crack in the walls and ceiling. A tremendous voice echoes through the halls. I have lived for 1,000 years. I shall live for 1,000 more. Place Razamet on the level 3 room tile furthest from Mongol's Hall. Okay, now because I screwed up, and 1 turn behind, I'm going to have to fix something to where it's not so bad. If I put him, it would go here, but that shouldn't be correct because we would not have explored these rooms. I know we all left off here. So let's say he wakes here. Okay. Alright, so let's say he woke there last round. After the upkeep. Okay, so let's say we just hit 6 this round. So we would have passed it, he would have woke there, and then there are our heroes. Okay, like all boss creatures can move between Mongols either or adjacent. Alright, during the tomb phase, Raza moves his full movement towards the tomb entrance rather than toward the nearest adventurer. However, if he shares a room with any adventurer at the start of the tomb phase, he instead stays in that room and combats one of those adventurers. In addition to their stated effects, the 3 potent talisman have the following. Razul's combat rating is reduced by -5. Razul cannot trigger his special abilities. Razul cannot perform his courage attack. Okay. Alright, so let's say he spawned there. We have 2 out of 3 items. We don't necessarily have to get the 3rd item because that perform his courage attack. However, he will knock 7 off of you. They can afford to lose it, but okay. So let's say that happened. Let's say we did those. We'd have to find that tomb anyway, so I guess that's okay. Well, so what I may do is he does have the Staff of Ra. His combat is reduced by 5. He has 13, so 13 minus 5 is 8. If I can move, and he won't move if dude is in there. However, those monsters are going to move, so we're going to get Gang Up City on there. So, but if I can kill him before I take too much damage from the other ones, that does change things. So, that was her. Okay, so this is probably going to be my strategy. Quartermass is going to run in there. He will lose his courage, but he can afford it a little bit. Then next turn, Adam is going to run in there as well. That way, old guy can't do his special abilities. She's going to stay behind and try to fight these guys. She has the 2 pistols. Defeat them, gain the cow, and then head up there to help them out. Because as long as he's in a room with an adventure, it says right here, he stays in that room. At the start of the tomb phase, if he's in a room with adventure, he'll stay there and share that. So, and our goal is to kill him. Once we kill him, all these other monsters, we don't have to worry about the rest of them. So, let's do that. So I screwed up, but it wasn't that bad. Again, it's been a while since I played this, and I have the old instructions, and some of the older instructions aren't as written as good as they have. Some new instructions aren't as written as good, but yeah. So we were only 1 round behind. All right, so let's start with him. Quartermass. He's gonna move, and we move him in there. Okay, and he's gonna stop. Adam's turn. He's going to move. 1, 2. Alright. Her turn. She's attacking one of the Sphinxes. Now, she has both guns. These things are not undead, they're golems. So, she's going to attack one of them. She is outgunned though. So she does have, let's see what she has, 2 guns, both are dexterity driven, so we'll do that. So she's got 4 dexterity there, 4 dexterity there, plus 2 for the gun, plus 2 for the other gun, then minus 1. Alright, now her courage is going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. She has no audacity though, that's the problem. Okay, but she does have this, so she does gain 2 health every upkeep phase. Okay, so that's how many dice she has. So let's roll these dice and try to get a better combat rating of 5. Alright, let's see what we got here. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, just made it. Just made it. Okay, so we take no damage, so therefore its special effects won't hurt us. Okay, these things have a shield of 3, but so these 3 dice. Oh man, maybe I could re-roll. Let me re-roll one of these combat checks. You always ignore armor. Oh yeah, I've been forgetting that. Alright, here we go. That's pretty good. Man, I might want to get her the hell up there. Okay. So I exhausted that. You always ignore armor. I guess because this guy's got this freaking killer gun there during combat checks. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So, since we get to ignore armor, we did 6 hits on it. These things have a health of 6. So, we killed one of them. So, one is gone and dead. 3 shards for her. Should give her 15. That's actually that was really good. Okay. Quartermass's turn, and he's gonna have to tackle Mummy Guy. And that guy has got, I mean, let's look at his stats here. Let's go over this again. First of all, he's going to lose 7 courage. That's okay. He can afford to do that. This guy's got a 13 combat rating. However, since we have the Staff of Ra, it is reduced by 5, so it will become 8. And he cannot trigger his special abilities because old guy has the, oh shoot, she has the scarab, so he can trigger his special abilities. Okay, so let's first things first. Let's minus 7 on the courage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he just goes to his base courage. Then we have the Staff of Ra, and it is a two-handed weapon. However, if I refresh this, I get plus 10 versus undead and horror creatures. Okay, so that's great. Wow, that's great. So we're going to get, actually, we use knowledge, so we're going to get 16 dice. That's pretty good. Plus 1 for having our buddy in there. So that's 17 dice. That's really good. So I don't even know if I have 17 dice. I have 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. I barely have 17 dice. And I'm going to get me a little box to roll these things in because I don't want these things flying all over the table here. Okay, I'll use the Ancient Myths and Legends expansion here to roll the dice in. So let's roll the dice in that. So here we go. We have all these dice we're going to get to roll. I'm spending Audacity right now. I'm going to tell you that 4, 5s, and 6s all will be hits. Okay, so this is what I got. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 11. Okay, so we did beat his combat rating, so we're not going to take damage. He has a shield of 3. Plus 1. Immune. Okay, he has nothing that does that. Okay, so he has a shield of 3, so we can take out this one, and this one. Okay, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits, and this guy has 33 health. So 8 hits. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and 5. That's not bad, seeing how that was a first go at the guy. So he's minus 8. And again, we took no damage. Okay, so now it's Adam's turn. And Adam's going to attack, actually. Now he's going to go minus 7 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it doesn't put him on any negatives. Okay. And he has that sword. We're going to spin an Audacity. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and do that. And put it at 3 because we want 4, 5. Well, actually, we're not going to. If we want to re-roll, we will, because that succeeds on 4, 5, or 6. You're into all. Okay. Alright. So, this is his strength. He has a strength of 1. Oh, man. Plus 3 is 4. That's. Oh, man. I might as well not even attack him. That is garbage. Ugh. I forgot about that. Well, I'm in there now. If I try to evade, I'm going to take damage. I mean, let's just say that. Now, I could still try to hurt him. Swittle him a little bit. And I have 14 health. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to hurt him anyways. 4, 5s, or 6s do damage. So my strength is 1, 4, 5. So I roll 5 die. That's not much at all, but yeah, it's better than nothing. Okay, well, I got all of them successes. All right, so it's 5 die. His combat rating is 8. So I will take 3 damage. Okay. However, I did hit him some. He has 3 shields. So he takes 2 more damage. So he's at minus 10. So he's at 23 health now. Okay. Well, okay, that worked a little bit. Okay. But, however, Curse of the Tomb, however, because of this, he is immune. So that's excellent. Okay, and now it's her turn, and she's going to fight the other Sphinx. And if we remember correct, 4, and then 2, 4, and then 2, and yeah, I don't need to re-roll. We don't have anything else. Okay, so we'll roll these. And let's see what we get. We got 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hits. Oh, that's it, huh? Well, no, I can't re-roll. No, I don't have to. I can't re-roll. So 4 hits. Am I right on that? Yes. This thing has a combat rating of 5. I do have 1 shield, so I do not take any damage. This thing has 6 health, 3 shields. So it looks like I can ignore combat armor, so I do 4 damage to it. So it's still alive. I do 4 to it. I take no damage, so that's actually not too bad either. Okay. Alright, Harrison Quartermaster's turn again. Now, this does not refresh, so you can only use this once per thing. However, I can still get the +5 bonus. So I'm going to do that. 5, and then my knowledge is 6, which is 11. And then +1, which is 12 for my guy being in there. Okay, so let's roll 12 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, what did I get here? I spent an Audacity as well. That's what I spent my last one to do 4, 5s, and 6s as damage. 6, 6, 4, 4, 4. Uh-oh. Yee. And the rest were crap rolls. I did 5 hits on him. And we got a problem there. His combat rating is 8. Eesh. Yeah, his combat rating is 8. Now, so I'm going to take 2 damage. And I'm going to gain the Curse of the Tomb thing because I took damage. And let's see what Curse of the Tomb is. When you draw a story card, it's always a misadventure. -1 to all die checks. When you gain this, lose all current Audacity points. Wow, okay. Okay. However, I did 5 hits. He has a shield of 3. So I did 2 more damage to him. So he's 12. That did not go as well as the last time. Okay. Adam's turn. This is last turn. And I want to spend an action. And I'm going to use this right here. And I'm going to remove the Curse of the Tomb from Quartermass and give him back his health. +3. So he's back at full health. Okay. So I do that. Now it's her turn, and we spend her last action. And she's going to fight oh boy again here. And it shouldn't be much to defeat it. We just can't roll like garbage. One, two, three, four. 4 hits. Well, that's not good either. 4 hits. This thing has a combat rating of 5. So, but her shield stops her from taking damage, so we're okay. 4. Crap. And this thing has 3 shields, but however, she did 3 criticals. So therefore, since she did 3 criticals, she kills it. So the Sphinx is dead. Okay, and she gains 3 more shards. And her courage goes up 2. Okay, that was her last turn. Now it's Quartermaster's last turn, and he's going to spend his last action, and he's going to attack again. Again with the staff, but we're not exhausting it. When you have used this card 3 times, discard. I'm assuming that it's when you use this 3 times. So, not 3 times the regular. We're not using its special power now. Alright, so we get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1. And let's see what we get. Okay, well I got 6, another 6, jeez, and that's it. Wow, what a terrible roll. Okay, well I'm going to take some serious damage here. I'm going to take 6 damage. I'm going to get hit by this. So I use that 5 damage. So I'm going to take 5 damage. I'm down to 15. Yikes. However, and I gained the Curse of the Tomb back. So there's no deal with that. However, since those are 2 critical hits, I do 2 damage to him. So there's that. Okay, well that was god awful. Okay, and now we have the tomb phase. Angel of Darkness. First player, that's him, Adam, must discard 1 attribute bonus token. He doesn't have any. Move creatures. Okay, here we go. This is the problem we're going to have here. So I'm moving him 1. Move them down 1. He moves 1 out. We'll move these guys 1. So he goes there. He goes here. And he goes here. Okay. Now, he's not moving. He is. He's moving here. He's moving 1, 2. He's here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Creature combat. So now we got a problem. We got to fight 3 different monsters. There. And then we have to spawn some creatures. Whew. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with let's start with Raz here. Since he got attacked by Quartermass, he's going to attack Quartermass. And remember, he has a combat rating of 8. And we haven't upkept or refreshed anything yet. So we'll still be using that staff. So, you know, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So he attacks first. Okay. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually not bad. Okay. Alright. So 6. -1 to all die checks. Oh, I forgot. Well, let's take out. Here, let's do this. Okay, re-rolled it. Alright, so that was my -1. Alright, so, alright. We're fine. Okay. Okay. So, 6 hits. Okay. Now, remember, he has a combat rating of 8. I have the 1 shield, so I only take 1 damage. Okay. And then, he has defense of 3. So, we got to take out 1, 2, 3. And we do 3 more damage to him. So let's do that. Let's do 3 more damage to him. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, the doppelganger and the vampire. We'll do like this. Doppelganger will attack Quartermass 1 through 3. And he will attack Adam on 4 through 6. Alright, so he's going to attack Adam. So let's see what the doppelganger has. Alright, X is the current adventure's base. Alright, so courage. Alright, so Adam is going to lose 2 and 5. Wow. He's going to lose 5 courage. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's at -7, man. He's almost to the point where he's going to flee. Oh, man. Wow. Okay. His attack rating is the adventure's base strength and dexterity. Well, that's pretty good because actually his strength and dexterity is garbage. So, that's 3. Alright. So that's not too bad. Alright, we have 4 and yeah, 4 die. 2, 3, 4 +1 all checks. I forgot to do that last time. So we have 5 dice. Okay, 4s are a success, so that's only 2 successes. Sorry, so yeah, it's 2 successes. I'm going to spend Audacity, I'm going to re-roll. Okay, that's much better because that's every one a hit. So I'm glad I spent that. Okay. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. This time I had a combat value of 3. So we passed that. He has 1 shield. So we'll take 1 off. And he does 4 damage to the doppelganger. So, okay, that's not too bad. 4 damage to him. So let's remember the doppelganger has 4 damage on him. And he has a health of freaking 10. Okay, next for the Nazi guy. And like I said, 1 through 3 Quartermass, 4 through 6 our boy. Okay, 6. So he's going to take 2 courage. Oh, 1 more and he would have fled the tomb. Man, that was close. Alright. And he has a combat rating of 5. 13 health but no shield. Okay. So we get 5 dice again. Okay, well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna spend Audacity on that. Ah, that was terrible. How many more Audacity do I have? Okay, well, it looks like I'm gonna take some damage. I am gonna get 2 hits on the guy. So, there's that. So he's gonna take 2 damage. However, I'm gonna take 3 damage. Yeah. So he takes 2 damage, the Nazi guy. Any more 1s? Come on. There we go. Okay. Wow. So 2 damage there. Okay. So there's that. Now we have to spawn creatures. Level 1, we're going to spawn another one of these Blackbeard Keeper guys. And let's see here. We got to spawn 2 on level 1. So we'll spawn there, and we have to spawn an elite monster. And this is a Migo on level 1. And he is he's flying, so he can move, and he will. Then we have to spawn 1 on level 2. So Blackbeard guy. And then we have to spawn 1 on level 3. And that's going to be a Quest Anaconda. So it's the snake. Okay, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I rolled a 6. So it's 1, so it's this one. Okay. Alright. Alright, now we have upkeep, so we can refresh this stuff. He gains a courage back. We can roll a 6 to discard, and we did not. Okay, his upkeep is good. We can do this, and we'll do that, and then her upkeep, she doesn't have any except for this. She gains 2 health. Okay. And that's it for that. The comet track goes up 1. I don't know if it matters anymore. And the first player marker goes here. And it is on Helen. Now, if we remember correctly, she can do the spin an action to try and open the sarcophagi. The problem is, if we do that, we're going to be wasting, that's 3 turns. I can get her ass over there and she can start pistol shooting people really good. So I'm going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to go in here and she's going to move 1, 2, 3. Alright. Quartermass is up. He's going to spend his action, and he's attacking the mummy. And of course now it's even Steven as far as people goes, but however we can use our big thing plus 10, and that's what we're going to do. So we have 6 and then 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we just take out the 1 die. Let me see if I have anything else. And then we're going to be -1 because we're Curse of the Tomb. Yeah. I can re-roll. I can get rid of the fedora. I'm not going to do any more story checks if I have to. So I can get rid of the fedora. So it's -1, and these are all the die we're rolling. And let's hope we roll well. Get this guy down some. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still not that great. Look at that, that's terrible. Okay, 5 dice. Now, re-roll any 1 die. I'm going to discard the fedora. We're going to do that. We're going to re-roll any 1 die. And we're just going to re-roll a die. Okay, well that ended up being good. That's 6. Okay, so I hit him 6 times. I have the shield, so I'm only going to take 1 damage. That puts me down to 13. Okay. Now, remember, he has 3 shields. So, I rolled 6s, so actually we have critical here. So that's 4 more damage he's going to take. And so he's at 10, 16, 17. So let's put another 10 and a 1. He's at 21 damage. Okay, maybe we can whittle him down this turn. Okay, so now that was Quartermaster's turn. So now let's do Adam. And Adam is going to attack the Doppelganger. And to kill it, we got to clear some of these monsters. We don't want to get ganged up on. So that's 3, 4, 5. All right. 2 hits. That's not good enough. I may spend an Audacity to reroll. Okay, it's a little bit better. That's 3 hits. Okay, so this thing, remember, it had a rating of 3, 1 shield, 2 damage. So 2 more damage to the Doppelganger. He's not quite dead yet. Okay. Alright, so it's Helen's turn. She's going to spend her second action. And she's going to shoot the mummy guy. Alright, let me get her thing ready and we'll get... Alright, so I put her in there. She's going to attack. I already lowered her courage, so she's -1 attack on that. And here is her dice pool from her 2 guns, and because she gets +2 versus undead with the guy being with her. No Audacity though, so Alright, we have 1 hit, 2 hit. Oh, that's terrible. 3 hits. That's awful. Alright, I'm gonna exhaust one of the allies to re-roll 1 die. Okay, at least that's 4 hits. That's just plain out garbage. Alright, so 4 hits. He has 3 shield. So he's gonna take 1 damage. Aye. That's garbage. Okay. Alright, however, now we have to worry about her. 4 hits, his combat rating is 8, so she's gonna take +1 shield. So she's gonna take 4 damage. So she goes down to 7. And oh, ignore armor. Okay, well, alright. So he's gonna take the full 4 damage. So let's 3, alright, so is it 25? Alright, but she still has to gain that Curse of the Tomb, which is not good. Let's see here. Probably should add some more of these out. Alright, well, let's just remember she's Cursed of the Tomb, and we have a card here too. The Blessing of the Tomb? Is that the opposite? Yeah, that's the opposite, right? Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay. And that was her turn. So now we're back up to Quartermaster's turn. He's going to spend action. And he's going to attack. Remember, he used the Staff of Ra last time, so we can't use that again. However, we're kind of close. You know, we're at 25. He has 8 more health. So why not, huh? Let's see what we can do. So he's going to get +5. And then, of course, +6. However, he's -1 because he is Curse of the Tombed. So here's his die pool. And he has no audacity either. Alright, let's see what we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. Okay. He has a shield, so his combat rating 4, 5. So he's going to take 3 damage. So he's down to 10. All right. Okay. So he's down to 10. We did 4 hits. This guy has 3 armor, so we only got him 1 time. That was not that good. It's not what I was hoping for. Okay, so it's his turn, and he has the enchanted blade, and he's going to try to attack the doppelganger again, and with the sword. So remember, he has 5 die. Maybe we can kill the doppelganger this time. We're close. 4, 5, and 6 are successes. And look at that, 4 successes. So we're not going to take any damage from the guy. We do 3 hits on him, and he does have 5 damage. I think he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn it! Oh, so close. 1 more. 1 more would have got him. 1 more. Okay, well. Next turn. Okay. Alright. Libby Vila again. We're going to shoot again. Her guns. And it's 4. And then 2. 4. Then 2. Then 2 plus undead. However, -1 for the tomb. -1 because her courage is so low. And we're still even on that. So we don't have any outnumbered thing. And I did exhaust this if I remember correctly. So let's attack. Alright, let's see what we got here. Bunch of 4s, I can tell you now. Well, we have, yikes, 3 hits. That's awful too. Okay, 3 hits. No crits. So we're gonna take 5 damage. So we're down to 2 health. Yikes, that was terrible. Man, that was bad. Actually, we got the shield, so I forgot about that. Oh man, I forgot about that too. Dexterity. Well, I blew it last time, but let's go ahead. Alright, so 4 hits. So she does gain 1 more, and he does take 1 more damage. 27. This is going poorly. And that's it for her turn. Okay, so Quartermaster's turn again. He's going to spend another action. We're going to do this again, what he was doing. So let's give him his 5. And then let's give him his 6. Alright, and then he is -1. See if he can pop this guy. Alright, well, we had 2 hits. How about that? That's garbage again. Look at that. That's just bad. Okay, 2 hits. However, both are crits. So both will penetrate his shields. So now we're at 29 with him. He has a shield that's going to be 3. So 8 minus 3 is 5. So he goes down to 5 health. Yikes. Okay. Adam's turn, and he's going to try to finish off that doppelganger. So he's going to get 5 dice. And he got 2 crits. He's going to take 1 damage, actually. So there, he's going to take 1 damage. However, he did kill it. So this doppelganger is dead. And he's going to get 5 shards for that. And that's good. And everybody else will get 1. And he gets his courage, which is his base defense of these 3, dexterity 5. So he's going to get 3 back. Okay. That's not too bad. Alright. Now it's her turn. With her last action. And she's going to attack the mummy. Let's see, 4 and then 2. 4 and 2. And then plus 1. And then plus 2. However, she is minus 1. However, they have the gang numbers now. So she's plus 1. And let's see what she can do. Let's see what we did. Oh, this terrible looking stuff again. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Okay, 4 damage. She was cursed to the tomb, so she was actually minus 1, another minus 1. Okay, so she did 3 hits. 1's a crit though. Alright, that's another. She has a shield. So she's going to take 4 damage. Yeah, 8 and 3, and then plus 1 is 4. That would kill her. However, I'm going to use the leather jacket. We're going to discard. Prevent all damage taken during this combat check. So we discarded that. She takes no damage during this combat check. She does do 1 damage on him, however. So now he's at 30 damage. Man, if we can... If Quartermass here, he's going to spend his last action. Maybe he can do something with this. He's 5, 6, outnumbered, so he does get the extra bonus there. And then minus 1. So all we need to do is 3 damage and we've killed this guy. Okay, well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was a good roll there. Look at this. This is an excellent roll. Okay, so first off, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. Plus his shield. He's taking no damage. Okay, and that is, of course, enough to kill him. So, we killed the pharaoh with the blue eyes. 17 crystals. Well, that's pretty good. Alright, let's see here. Alright, players win. Through the mystical synergy of the potent talismans, the Eternal Order of Perseus has set their full force upon the weakened Great Pharaoh. Despite his enormous power, the mighty Raz Azul Amet is now little more than an angry old man in ragged clothing. Not leaving anything to chance, you send round after round of white-hot steel through the Pharaoh with blue eyes until he finally falls to 1 knee. With his remaining strength, he lifts his head one last time to gaze at his assailants until the glow of his unearthly eyes fade into darkness. At first, there is nothing but an eerie stillness filling the tomb. The Pharaoh's corpse flashes a brilliant blue, forcing all of you to shield your eyes. A tremendous sound ripples through your soul as the island quakes, and Raz Azul Amet begins to dematerialize. When the light fades, all that's left of the former king of Egypt is a pile of ash, and at its center, a green gem sparkling still with the essence of Raz Azul Amat. A priceless artifact for sure, but why taking a risk? You load 1 more round into your gun's chamber and reduce the glaring gem to shrapnel. The team exits the tomb and boards the plane, knowing that once the world is at peace, but for how long? Okay. So, we killed him. Now, just spoilers alert. Just want to let you know. In Secrets of the Lost Station, the sci-fi one, I think he does make a comeback appearance. They have him in that, so there we go. Now I know what you're saying. Now we have to get rid of this. We used this 3 times, I believe. Was it twice? No, we used it twice. So we can use it one more time, and then we gotta get rid of it. And why is that important? When you say, well, there is a campaign system to where you can link all adventures from all expansions into a campaign, in which I am going to do. I did, however, make a few tweaks to it. And so we'll be playing all adventures, and we're going to be using different characters for the next adventure as well. We're going to use different characters. None of these characters died, and I know you're saying, well, that was kind of easy, and it was because we found the items. If we had not found the items by the time we woke up, which really we did, the only one we didn't find was the last one, which was the least important one, if you ask me. We would have gotten, it would have been a hell of a lot harder to beat him. I mean, the guy had 33 health, for Christ's sake. He didn't have much of a shield, but he had 33 health. This was a little easy. It was meant to be. This is the introduction scenario. It's a little bit of a tutorial. Don't let these standees, I know they bother some people, fool you. In a world where every game's gotta have miniatures, not every game has to have miniatures to have fun. I like these pictures. I think they're alright. Sure, miniatures would have been better in some ways, but miniature, man, there's too many. It limits the variety of monsters, because there's a big variety of monsters you can play with on these. It makes these games more expensive, and it makes these games longer to produce. I mean, hell, it got delayed because of the miniatures, just from the heroes and the bosses. Just think how much it would have been delayed for miniatures on the other things. So not every game has to have miniatures. Arkham Horror doesn't have it. Eldritch Horror doesn't have it. And this game doesn't need to have it. It has enough components as it is. Like I said, I get a retro feel when I play this game. I like this game. I think it's very good. I think Everything Epic did a good job. I'm sorry, Everything Epic, if I butchered the rules up somewhat, and it took a while to get started for the rules, as a matter of fact. However, it's just because I hadn't played it in a while. In the instruction book, the version they had out when I got it. See, I don't have the newer version with that came when they, if you were to buy the game now, they would send you the newer version. So it's a little bit more hard to understand. That's a whole stack of tiles there we did not even touch. So a lot of variety. There's all these monsters cards that we didn't touch. A lot of variety. And every scenario has a totally different type of boss, monster, different types of things going on in them. So you get a ton of variety. I think Everything Epic hit the ball of the park with this one. It was their first game. I really enjoy it. I'm really looking forward to Secrets of the Lost Station if I can ever get it. Because I didn't kickstart it. I'll find some way. And next time we play this, we're going to play with new characters. Although these characters will carry over. The next time they play, they're not starting with a new companion or new weapons or something. They're just carrying over what they have now. So that's it. These things are limited, except you might can find another staff of Raw somewhere later on down the road. But we have a whole stack of artifacts here, and we didn't even get to do the Soulmonger. So that's the only thing I'm not going to carry over. I'm not carrying over abilities, bonuses, and I am not carrying over soul crystals. I'm not going to do that. Let's just say they go and give them to the Order for research purposes, and that's that. However, they will still have all the items, and he'll be able to use this one more time. You can save it up, and so they have to search for stuff. Now, she lost the leather jacket and the fedora, or he lost the fedora, so there we go on that. but you can find them more again later on if you search. So I hope you enjoyed Secrets of the Lost Tomb. Like I said, it's a good game. I really enjoy it, and next time we play it, different adventure, different heroes, just to have fun. Oh, there's one last thing. Now, if a hero dies, they will no longer continue through the campaign. They will not be available for any of the other campaign missions. So the Eternal Order of Perseus has so many operatives they can send. Next time they're going to send some new operatives from a different mission. But if they die or anything like that, they get taken out of the pool. And so eventually we may see these guys again. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this and have fun.